A database management system is a software that stores, retrieves, and manages the data in a database, and they use languages like SQL to do this. SQL commands can be categorized into two groups: data definition language for defining and modifying the database structure, and data manipulation language for managing the data within the database. A database consists of tables, which are structured arrangements of data organized into rows and columns. Data manipulation language manages the data held by these tables, and data definition language is used for modifying the tables themselves. Data definition language uses three main commands to do this: create, to make a new table; alter, to change the structure of an existing table; and drop, for deleting a table. For an example, I'm going to create a student table. The command to do this would be to write create table followed by the table name, which in our case is student, and then open parentheses and list the column names, each followed by their data type. SQL supports a wide range of data types, from integers to booleans to dates to floats to chars to varchars. For chars and varchars, you also need to state their length. For this student table, the columns will be student ID of type integer, first name of type varchar of length 15, course name of type varchar, credits earned, which is an integer, and the number of resets the student needs to take, which is also an integer. To delete a table, we use the drop command, where you simply write drop table followed by the table name. So if we wanted to delete the student table, we just write drop table student. If we want to change the table in any way, we use the alter command. If we wanted to add a last name column to our students table, we would use the command alter table student, add last name varchar 15, and if we wanted to delete that line, we would do alter table student drop last name. Something important to note is that when writing SQL commands, they must end in a semicolon. To demonstrate data manipulation language, we'll move over to the terminal. I'm going to be using SQLite, and if you want to install it, I've left a link in the description. The commands for all SQL softwares are pretty much the same, so you can still follow along even if you're using something else, like PostgreSQL or MySQL. To set up SQLite, type SQLite 3 into the terminal, and to open a database, type .open followed by the file name. If the file doesn't exist, it will be created. I'm going to create our students table, so that we can use it to see data manipulation language in action. The main data manipulation commands are insert, update, delete, and select. We insert rows into our tables one at a time. If we have a complete set of data for the row we're inserting, we can write insert into table name, followed by values, and then write the data in parentheses, in the order of the column headers. If we're leaving some columns empty, we need to specify which columns we're going to fill, and we state these in parentheses between the table name and the values keyword. If we want to update some data in our table, we use an update command, which specifies which column's value we're changing and the columns we're changing this for. If, in our example, Grace earned some more credits, we can write update student set credits earned equals 300, where student ID equals 3456. If we want to delete a record from our table, we write delete from table name where, and then after where, you write the condition for which you're going to delete. So if we wanted to delete Grace from the table, we'd write delete from student where student ID equals 3456. If you want to delete all the data from your table, then you leave out the where clause, so you just write delete from student. Now let's talk about querying the database. We use the select command for this, and when using SQL, this is the command you'll find yourself using most often. Some don't actually consider the select statement to be part of a data manipulation language because it has no persistent effects on the data stored. There's a lot to the select command, so in this video, we'll just take a look at some of the basics. If you'd like to see a more in-depth look at the select statement, let me know in the comments. All select statements begin with the word select, and following this, you state the column names you want to see. If you want to see all the columns, use an asterisk. Then we state the table name. In our case, we want to look at the student table. If we want to have a look at the entire table, we would say select all from student. However, if we only wanted to see student ID and credits earned, we would say select student ID, credits earned from student. If you want to specify certain records to be displayed, you can use the where clause. If you wanted to see all students who take maths, you could say select all from student where course equals maths. If you want to use the not equal sign, we use angle brackets. So to select all students who do not take maths, we would use the command select all from students where course angle brackets maths. Since we have empty cells in our table, in the resits column, we can see all students who are taking a resit by stating select all from students where a resit is not null. We can also specify an order for our data. If we want to see all students who take physics, ordering them by their credits earned, with the student with the most credits at the top, we can say select all from student where course equals physics, order by credits earned descending. If you have any questions or didn't understand something I mentioned in this video, drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video and want to learn more about computer science, then check out this video on the screen and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.